Hey guys, Verlis here. So, the Xatu Drifblim combo did have an error, and instead of trying to use an annotation or a description edit, people don't generally read those, so I decided to just straight up go and fix the video. Unburden. Speed is doubled if held item is lost. You lose the boost if you get a new item or ability, so by getting simple, Citrus Berry doesn't matter because Unburden is in the way, so since you're using Simple Beam, you might as well, the ability doesn't matter. And I guess that was something that I didn't mention and I wasn't aware of as I was making the video. So instead of having the community totally destroy me for it, I'm just going to make a new video. Still keep the Citrus Berry, everything's going to be the same, but I'll go over it. So what you want is quite a few hit points, 244 to 252 EVs. I went with a Calm Nature. That way you can get a lot of special defense investment. About 152 EVs in special defense, 112 EVs in defense. A lot more special defense I think is necessary just because you're going to be seeing a lot more special threats than physical threats on Drifblim. Like a Rock Slide and a Stone Edge are kind of the biggest defensive threats you should be worrying about. Maybe some kind of like Wild Charge, anything like that. But with special defense there's a lot more you gotta worry about. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. Yeah, so let's worry about a little more special defense just because those threats will be more common. And then as for your moveset, you want to have Baton Pass, Stockpile, Destiny Ball, and Minimize. Since you will be getting the simple ability, it counts for 2 boosts. So Stockpile will give you +2 stats, and Minimize will give you +4 on evasion. So that is pretty ridiculous. Also another thing that someone wanted more clarification on is as of Generation 5, it made it to where that the stat boost becomes an effective doubled stat boost. It doesn't have simple double the stat boost for it. So you can Baton Pass this off and have it count for a +2 off of 1 Stockpile, and it doesn't get switched if you put it into a Pokemon without simple. So just wanted to make a quick note of that as well. And then we go and look at Xatu. Xatu is really awesome because you can do a couple things. Oh, I had Nightshade here just because extra damage. So Xatu, you can either make him a Choice Scarf and have him have max speed. That way you just really go, what is it? Timid Nature or Jolly Nature. Doesn't really matter since you're not using any offensive moves. So now you just have Choice Scarf with 317 speed. You're going to get that Simple Beam off, depending on how much you want that strategy to work. With Magic Bounce, you're going to be able to bounce pretty much anything that would status you. So you don't have to worry. You're going to use Choice Scarf. You're going to have over 450 speed, so you don't have to worry about anything really stopping you down, which means Simple Beam's going to hit Drifblim. Now it's all up to this guy to get a +4 evasion on the first turn, and you're pretty much set from there. On top of that, you could also do a Focus Sash if you don't want to be locked down. So the way that Focus Sash, you could have it work for you is now you have access to Light Screen and Reflect, as well as Nightshade or even Tailwind. Tailwind is really awesome to have because that way you can just kind of use Simple Beam, go Tailwind if your Focus Sash hasn't done anything yet, and now Drifblim's going to be fast, the rest of your team is going to be fast. If he gets knocked out, that's going to be fast. But then that's what I had this little defensive spread for. I think it looked something like this: 96, 160, 252 with a special defense nature. So yeah, this way you're probably going to take a good hit, even a special super effective hit you might survive. So this works really well too. It's all preference because I mean you could throw out Simple Beam, switch into a Pokemon that's bulky with Psych Up, and then you can just use Psych Up on Drifblim, who's now going to have a +2 defense and a +4 evasion. Actually maybe even more because you're using it in turn, so it'd be +4 and +4, and that'd be a good thing to Psych Up into, and then you can put Baton Pass back into something if you needed to. So that could be a really strong thing to have. And yeah, so this is the strategy. Just wanted to make a quick note of that little error I had. So thank you, Joseph. This is the Christmas contest winner, and it's one of my favorite strategies now because it fixed what made my Drifblim strategy weak. And the sad thing is I could have ran this last year, or not last year, I could have ran this when I entered regionals and it would have been fine instead of having the Ambipom. So this is what makes, I really like this one, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Sorry about the mistakes, a lot of people have brought to my attention. a majority of the haters have brought to my attention that I have 16,000 subscribers. I can't put out any errors anymore. So with that, I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a nice day.